All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Friday, April 21st. Three-game slate as usual. We're going to start with DraftKings. First guy up is Donovan Mitchell, 9.3K. I thought he was going to have his breakout game in game two, but Garland had his breakout game. So what I'm gonna say is what I'm gonna anticipate is that this is gonna be Mitchell's game because you know it's coming. Same thing with Jamal Murray. Same thing with Jimmy Butler. You know that these guys, um, they take the playoffs seriously and they put their best foot forward. We already got our Jimmy Butler game. We got our Jamal Murray game, and we're still waiting for our Mitchell game. Maybe this is it. We'll see. Been a real low scoring totals for the Knicks and and Cleveland. So it's hard to pluck many players from this one game and put them in one lineup. Like that's something I wouldn't do. Um, but I absolutely like Mitchell. I like Mitchell. I like Garland. They're both priced appropriately. Um, Trey Young, 8.4K. Going back home, he should be a little bit better, but I'm not expecting anything crazy from him. Boston's defense is just too tough. And that's just basically what's going on in Atlanta. Um, Boston has amazing defense. All the entire team on defense, they're all in sync. They're all on one string. They all know what the other one is doing, and they're all ready to rotate if one of these guards or one of these wings get by the defender. That's why it's so hard for Atlanta to score. So, um, Trey Young, 8.4K. I don't think I'll be getting to him on my main lineups, but he's absolutely in play. DeJounte Murray, same deal, should be a little bit better at home. Actually, this matchup is more catered to Murray because he doesn't have to get all his fantasy points by scoring. He rebounds, he assists, he gets blocks, he gets steals. Trey Young is more scoring and assists. So I kind of give the edge to Murray. Jamal Murray, he's still a bit too cheap. I've been warning you guys about Jamal Murray since the playoffs started, telling you he was too cheap for his upside, and look what he did. Jamal Murray's absolutely in play. Nothing else to talk about. Brunson, 7.6. You can take a shot. He's priced appropriately. Garland, I mentioned earlier, he's fine. Derek White, disrespectful. Way too cheap. He's finally playing to his potential. And DK is just pricing him like a little bitch. 6.1K, too cheap. He will be overowned. He will be chalky. Play him. If you want to fade Derek White because you're too cool for school, that's your business. Play him. Because I promise you, he will be an optimal. And people that faded him because he was too chalky, they'll be sitting in their living room watching iRobot. You understand what I'm saying? Play Derek White. All right, who's next? Marcus Smart in play. Mike Conley's in play. Brogdon's in play. Quickly, you could take a shot. Bruce Brown, you could take a shot. NAW, coming off the bench, you could take a shot. And we're going to stop there. Let's go to shooting guard. Anthony Edwards, I did say he was going to have a game. Just didn't know when it was going to come. He had his game. Maybe he got one more in him. 8.5K, he's absolutely in play. Jaylen Brown is too cheap. Disrespectful. Jaylen Brown's a 9K player. Josh Hart, you could take a shot. Bogdanovich is too cheap for his upside. Levert in play. Quentin Grimes, you could take a shot. Caldwell Pope, you could take a shot. If you're playing 20 lineups, you could throw Danny Green in one, but I wouldn't. Tatum is too cheap. Porter in play. Barrett should be $6. He's bad. Kyle Anderson's in play. DeAndre Hunter's arrived. Play him as for value. Saddiq Bey, no thank you. Torian Prince, whoever's working for DraftKings should be fired. Torian Prince is going to start for Minnesota. Fire him up. Isaac Okoro. If you want to play Isaac Okoro, it's going to be early night. Let's go to power forward. Julius Randle, priced appropriately. Karl-Anthony Towns, priced appropriately. Mobley's in play. I think Mobley is due for a good game. What did he do last game? 37 fantasy points. 7.1K. That's not really like amazing. I'm looking for 47 fantasy points. 37 fantasy points at 7.1K is barely 5 times value. Whoop-de-doo. I want more out of him. Gordon's in play. Al Horford's in play. John Collins. John Collins should be better at home, but this guy's another guy, man. 2 for 11. He's getting the minutes. I'll say that. 16 fucking fantasy points in 30 minutes. He should be ashamed of himself. Oh my God. Wow. 2 for 11. And this is the thing. I'm going to sit here and tell you not to play him. We're going to build our lineups. We're going to have a forward spot open and 4.6K left. And what are we going to do? We're going to play John Collins because that's just how it works out. So, listen. If he's your last man in, just pray to God that he doesn't stink up the place. But I would try to avoid him as best as possible. Jetty, you could take a shot, but they're playing LeVert, so you probably don't need Jetty. Let's go to center. Jokic is in play, but we're seeing that Jamal Murray's the man in these playoffs. If you want to spend 10.7K on Jokic, you could take a shot. He wouldn't be in my main lineup, but you could take a shot. I've seen people in some of my contests bending over backwards to stuff Jokic in their lineups, and that didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let the lineup build itself. You feel me? It's like when you was a young kid and you used to have mommy and daddy buy you those puzzles. And you used to put the puzzles on the table and you just put the pieces together. Let the lineup build itself. Stop trying to force in players that you shouldn't be forcing in. I'm not saying Jokic isn't a good player, but does he disrupt the integrity of your lineup? Can you get decent players in every spot? That's the question I always ask you. You got to ask yourself that question. If you can ask yourself that question and answer it honestly, then you'll cash. Not that hard. Jared Allen, 6.7, fire him up. Gobert's in play. Capella, even though he's sharing minutes with Okongwu, he's in play. Mitchell Robinson, you could take a shot. Bobby Williams, 4.5, I like that price. Okongwu is respectable. I'll take it. I'll take a shot. Hartenstein, I'll take a shot. That's about it. Very, very, very open and shut slate. You know exactly who to play. You know exactly who to stay away from. So, yeah, it's going to be chalky lineups, but you're probably going to cash if you just, stick to the script. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. All of that is needed to continue to build this channel. If you're struggling in the cash, you need help, you want my lineups, you want me to build you lineups, check out the Patreon link in the description, or you can DM me on Twitter, and we'll get you going. We're going to go to FanDuel. We're going to just glaze over the salaries for the same players, same player pool. Nothing is changing. Trae Young is fine. Jamal Murray, DeJounte, Brunson. FanDuel's pricing is a little bit tougher, but everybody's priced appropriately. Marcus Smart is kind of spicy. Conley's in play. Brogdon is fine. Quickly if you must, but 5K is a little bit Um, 5K is all right. Okay, Donovan Mitchell, he's fine, 10.2. Anthony Edwards is a little cheap. Brown is a little bit cheap. RJ Barrett's overpriced, but he should be free. Bogdanovich is a touch overpriced. Levert is fine. KCP is a little bit overpriced. Quentin Grimes is fine. NAW is a little bit overpriced coming off the bench, just a touch. The rest of these guys I won't be playing. Tatum priced appropriately. Anthony Edwards, we spoke about him. Michael Porter, he's fine. Kyle Anderson, he's fine. Bruce Brown, 5.2, he's fine. Hunter is fine. Taurean Prince, priced appropriately. And we're going to power forward. Karl Anthony Towns is a little bit cheap for his upside. Julius Randle's too cheap, period. Jared Allen, Mobley, underpriced. Aaron Gordon's priced appropriately. Al Horford is priced appropriately for his upside. John Collins is overpriced because he's a bum. Hartenstein is overpriced. Jokic is fine, 11.5. Rudy Gobert is priced appropriately. Bobby Williams is overpriced. Capella is priced appropriately. Okongwu is overpriced. Well, no. He's priced appropriately because, like I said, these guys are somewhat sharing minutes. Mitchell Robinson is fine. And I think that's about it. And just to reiterate about what I was saying about Jokic. I'm not saying Jokic is a bad play. Jokic is a fine player, but we don't have much value on these slates. So don't break your neck trying to shove Jokic into a lineup and put in bullshit value into your lineup. Because if he doesn't have a 60 point, 65, 70 point performance, that's what early night you lose. You feel me? Listen, I'm going to go on and get out of here. I'm going to let y'all get back to whatever it is you guys do on a Friday morning. I appreciate you guys once again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. Check out the Patreon link in the description if you need assistance. And I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Ciao.